Hello and welcome back to Kern's Customs. My name is Liz. Thanks for watching. If you are new here, hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you choose to stick around and like and subscribe. If you're back, thanks for coming back. Alright, today we're going to create our own custom signature using Canva. I use this in my personal email as well as at school, and I found that it was really nice and added a professional touch, as well as adding some other personal touches, especially with some new faculty around the school. It was really a nice way to make sure everybody knew who I was when I was emailing them if I hadn't had the honor of meeting them in person quite yet. So let's get into it. I'm choosing to create my signature using Canva. I found that it was really nice to be able to select different things and add in different things. So I'm going to come up here to create a design, and I'm going to do a custom size. I have been making mine at 800 by 300 pixels, and we'll go ahead and create a new design here. And then I'm not going to use any templates. I'm just going to create my own, but you could definitely use some of these templates if you wanted to. Some of them are great, but I'm just going to kind of create my own. This would make a really pretty email template, or maybe we have Stardust. If you have a mascot, maybe your mascot is the lion. You could do something different with that. Maybe if you're the technology teacher, you could use a template to start off with. So those might be some fun things to start with, but I'm going to start with a blank slate here, and I'm actually going to keep my background white because I'm going to be putting this into my email with using a transparent background. So, but I don't have to. You could definitely use just like a rectangular shape, but I like to throw it in as with a transparent background because I think that looks really nice. So obviously I am in the art field, so I'm going to use some artistic touches. The first thing I'm going to do is I find it's really helpful to throw my picture into my email signature, especially for my work email. Maybe there's somebody, especially with working, where we're giving ourselves a little bit more distance, especially after all the stuff that's been going on. We might want to throw our picture in there. So I already have my picture uploaded into here, a couple different options. Maybe we'll use this one today. And a couple different things that I can do is I can either just use this image and remove the background. And this will take away all my cluttered office, which we will still be having some studio vlogs coming up starting probably tomorrow to clean up this hot mess. So I could start with just this if I wanted to. Another thing I can do is throw this into a frame. So if I search frames here, it will give me some different frames, and if I pop my picture into there, I can use different frames here to use as well. I might use this painterly frame. Be a little bit more on theme, on brand. There we go. And obviously we'll want to put some information here. So next I'm going to go to the text, and I might select one to kind of just start with. I can always change it up a little bit more after I select one to start with. I think I'll start with this one today. So some things that we'll definitely want to add into our email signature is our name, and then maybe your title, maybe what grades you teach, or maybe your title. Maybe if you do some extracurriculars, maybe you're the soccer coach, or maybe you do yearbook. Sometimes when you're emailing parents or emailing other faculty and staff members, it's nice to have those kind of titles in there. And then you could also have, it's also really nice to include your email in your email signature. And I'm actually going to create a separate box, but I want the same format, so I'm just going to cheat a little bit and copy and paste that because I want to make it line up with this information. So I'm actually going to type it in, whatever my email is at school, and then I can kind of size this to be the right size. And drop it down here. Since that information doesn't need to stand out quite as much as the other information, but it is nice to have as well. Now I can leave this whole background blank, and then just whatever is in color right now would be in color. But since quite a few people use their darker desktop now, I like to put kind of a splash of color behind this so that it will stand out no matter if you're using like a light desktop feature or a dark desktop feature. So I'm going to go back into my elements, and I'm going to just keep on my theme, and I'm going to search other paint splatters for mine. There are some different shapes and things like that, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of color behind these, so that way if they are using a different type of background, it doesn't matter. It'll still show up for them pretty well. So you can see here my color is on top of my face, which we don't want, so I'm going to come up to position and just drop it back until it's behind what I want it to be behind. I also have some like spacing issues here, so I could just drop these down to be in line, but I might just be a little extra and add a little another additional element down there. Maybe just a pencil. Perfect. So now the way that I'm going to save this, so that way I can drop it into wherever I add on my signatures, I just drop it in as a picture. Wherever you add your signatures, you can do this in Microsoft, Google, anything like that. When I hit share and download, I'm going to keep it as a PNG. I can size it however I want. You might need to play around with that and kind of experiment a little bit as you're downloading it, how you want it to look in your email signature. However, I am going to hit transparent background here. So that way when I download, it will come up with a transparent background. And you can see here that it has a transparent background, and I have my computer set to dark mode so we can kind of have a preview of what it might look like on light mode and dark mode here. So on Canva it would look like if somebody's computer was set to just normal mode, light mode, and then in my preview I can kind of see what it would look like in dark mode. So it's a good thing that I put that splash of color behind my words, and because I don't think they would stand out as well otherwise. So that is some tips and tricks on how I make my email signatures. Like I said, I feel quite a bit more professional, especially being an artist and a designer when I'm emailing those out. And it's really nice with the picture in there when you're introducing yourself to somebody new around the school or district, or emailing somebody that you haven't met face to face, especially in our more virtual reality that we're living in right now, unfortunately, in the business structures of things. So let me know if you need any other tips and tricks for that, or if you have any more questions in the comments below. Bye!